I'm on the West Coast, I'm at Amoeba Music, and I'm a hip-hop head.
Can I take you home? I'm hungry for the 4th of July. Fireworks burst in my mind's eye. My mind's still that of a child.
I've got a bunch of records here. I want to start by saying you guys really messed me up because I've been trying to stay out of record stores because this is what happens. When I was 13, 14 years old, my brother started bringing CDs home. Gravedigger 6 Feet Deep, Diggable Planets, Blow Out Comb, De La Soul, Balloon Mind State, and I fell in love with hip-hop music. It was my first art form, and I used to mail order tapes from the West Coast. I would steal lunch from school and take that $20 my parents would give me for lunch and hand it to my mom at the end of the week. She's hearing this story for the first time now. She said, "Where the hell did you get this money?" "Oh, I mowed grandma's grass." This is Z-Man and White Mike, The Vegetable and the Ferret. I believe it came out late last year. But he's a dude that I love. He's been putting out stuff since late 90s with 99th Dimension, also recording under the name Gingerbread Man, and part of the GURP City crew. But I love this dude, his voice, his style. He's just a really, really funny guy and a talented MC.
I'm the rapper of the year. Let's get some things clear. I don't care who you is or them kids over there with them weird attitudes like show them gratitude. Mike, please, can you tell me what these divas even do?
This I'm really curious about, and I kept, while I was digging through all the hip hop, it seemed like everything I liked had one of these on it. So I was like, oh, this has got to be good. But this is Boss One. I don't really know his stuff, but it's a name that I know because I used to buy these tapes by this Bay Area to LA crew called Comedic Sons, and a dude named King Concepts has a tape called Project Ambershine, and he shouts out Boss One a lot.
The truth, but I gotta come fresh like Boss One. So I guess this track is like my swan song.
So I probably heard the guy's voice, know him but don't know him, and I do not know this record. It's got beautiful trains, beautiful painted trains all over the front.
Got some slinky in my Walkman and ready to boogie. Make my letters break like they hearing ill beats.
Ooh, Latirix. We did a festival in Sacramento last year, and I got to meet Latif, and he was one of the nicest guys in the world. And I told him about how in '98, my brother brought home a copy of Latirix's first record, and it just blew my mind. Like they have a song on that record. Him and Lyrics Born are actually going at the same time, and they just raise the mix, so they kind of interweave, and you can read the lyrics on the inside inner sleeve of the record. They're like side by side, the lyrics read side by side. But I talked to him about that, and he told me some great old stories. Nice guy and an amazing MC, extremely important to the Bay Area hip-hop culture. Latirix.
Drip, drip, drop. Every little trickle worth a lot. At the mountaintop, free as an afterthought. Stream into a creek, into a river, to the bottle spot. Kept till his how he sought. Fought over resources, prioritized his prize in the first order.
And that takes us to Blackalicious, first EP. This is a beautiful record. If you can just find Swan Lake, find that song online and listen to it and just chill out.
A planet ain't a planet if it don't have wars. A battle ain't a battle if you don't catch scars. A mind that ain't inquisitive really doesn't got shit to live for.
Ooh, yeah. I don't know about this either. Omid Walizadeh, OD, Los Angeles beatmaker. OD blew my mind. When I found Beneath the Surface in '99, it completely opened my world to a whole new kind of music and style and ways of using your voice.
Hope, red hope, for this here will be the shot.
I will always be grateful, and I'm really curious what this sounds like. He's done a lot of solo records under the name Omid, his first name, but I've never seen one completely under his own name. Vitamin D, Seattle producer, MC extraordinaire, a father of the Seattle hip-hop scene, which a lot of people don't know about. But in the early '90s, Seattle had one of the most beautiful, soulful hip-hop scenes in the history of hip-hop. I think it was just completely overshadowed by the grunge scene of the time. Vitamin D was the guy who was producing for a lot of those early groups in tribal music. If you can find tribal music, do the math, find that record.
Residing at the chop shop, the top drop, thought crops upon top soil, but why? in hopes of displaying growth. I'm just saying, most MCs emerging now.
I have not heard this record. I cannot wait to get home. I'm a long way from my record player. What do we have next? Yes! This is what you find when you go digging for records. This is Divine Styler, Word Power. This record I got also in the 9th grade on probably one of my first ever vinyl runs, and I bought Roots Manuva, his first album, brand new secondhand. I bought Freestyle Fellowship, Inner City Griots, used in a CD rack, which is insane, a classic album. And I bought Divine Styler, Word Power 2. This record's really interesting because he came up with a crew. It was actually like one of Ice-T's crews.
Name is MC Ice-T. I got the rhyme syndicate with me. My man Divine is in the house. What you want to do, homeboy?
They were kind of hard gangster rap from the East Coast. And then he went off on a spiritual journey to Mecca. And when he came back, he put together this album, Living on the West Coast.
Subtract the darkness from the hardship and the veils be dropping. Vision from the start, chillin' my soul be rocking. Make you wanna reflect love syntax of these dolo emphatic phrases.
He basically created a whole new language to create this album. And I wonder if the glossary is in here. The glossary is not here. In the CD copy I had, there's like a glossary of terms that he created to speak his language. And it's like broken and deep and brilliant, but the way he connected with words, and he's basically saying like almost like word is God, which is what I was finding as a kid. And this is my man right here, Danny Brown. I found about Danny Brown, I think around the time he put out XXX or XXX 30. It was from my brother. But I didn't listen to this first. I listened to his record, Hybrid, first, and was completely blown away just from the first lines of Greatest Rapper Ever. Something about his flow, his rawness, his honesty.
My homie, a magician with the tech. Make the chain disappear and reappear on his neck. I ain't tricking with your hoes, but shit don't ask them. Only thing I give a bitch, a fucking orgasm. I throw you in the river, hands tied tight. Watch your ass drown, feel it in the air tonight. I'm spitting that dope shit, smoking on regulars. Ringing 16s like internet child predators.
He'll say something that's really fucked up, which is like, I think what people sometimes want to hear when they listen to rap, they want to hear those hard stories and everything. He'll say the fucked up thing, but then he'll explain how it kind of hurts in a way. And I think that's the importance of him as an artist, is explaining growth. He has the song, I was so thirsty, dog sold a pregnant bitch crack. Let her pay me extra, smoke it in the back. Then she came back, titties all smacking herself on the back, looking like something's crawling on her, looking like the world's falling on her. And I pushed it, and that's the important line. But Danny Brown is a dude who I believe in. I've only heard Old once because I've been waiting for a hard copy. I haven't been able to find a hard vinyl copy. I only buy vinyl. And I got it today, and this was right behind it, so I'm very, very happy. That's what's in my bag.